Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Chess Festival 2016, round 7 of Master Group. And there are 4 leaders after 6 rounds with 5 points. Predke Alexander from Russia. He plays with white pieces with Adhiban Bashkiran from India. On board number 2, Kuzubov Yuri from Ukraine, the winner of 2014 Master Tournament of Abu Dhabi Chess Festival. He plays with Dragun Kamil from Poland. On board number 3, with only half a point behind, Grandmaster Andreikin, the top seed of the tournament. He plays with Zubov Alexander from Ukraine. Board number 4, Bortnik Alexander. He plays with Van Hao from China. Board number 5, Salem, the strongest local Grandmaster. He plays with Fedoseev Vladimir from Russia. Board number 6, 2 Ukrainian. Alexander Areshenko, he plays with Alexienko Mikhailo. And board number 7, Grandmaster from Egypt, Amin Basim, he plays with Grandmaster Sengupta. And board number 8, Demchenko Anton with 4.5, he plays with Gupta Abhijit, 4 points. I am Grandmaster Viorel Erdokescu from Moldova. I'm coach of Abu Dhabi Chess Club. Okay, and today is round 7 after a free day. I believe that players, they will come with fighting spirit, and they will show us many interesting games in this round. So you can follow us on chess24.com. The official site of the festival is adchessfestival.ae, and also you can follow results, photos, games, pairings on chessresults.com. The venue of the festival is a very beautiful 5-star hotel, Dusit Thani, here in Abu Dhabi. And here, this is the second board. Kuzubov Yuri, he plays with Dragun Kamil. Okay, we have a 15 minutes delay of the moves. This is anti-cheating measure for this tournament. This is board number 1, top board. Alexander Predke, young Grandmasters, plays with very strong Indian Adhiban Bashkiran from India. There is also, and yesterday it was a blitz tournament, a very strong blitz tournament with more than 150 participants, and the tournament won Ahmed Adli, very strong Grandmaster from Egypt, with tremendous score, 10 points out of 11 games. And some more details about this tournament. So yes, the last year winner of the tournament was Nils Grandelus from Sweden, a very strong Swedish Grandmaster. He tied with Kravtsev Martin from Ukraine, Jabava Badur from Georgia, Alexander Areshenko, he plays this tournament too, and Rapport Richard. The time control of the tournament is 90 minutes plus 30 seconds for each move till the end of the game. 3 more rounds, 3 decisive rounds. And the prizes for this tournament are very high, consistent, and actually the Abu Dhabi Chess Festival is one of the greatest organized festival in not only in United Arab Emirates but also in the world, with more than 500 participants in all 3 categories of the tournament and more than 40 countries. So let's go slowly to our top boards. Board number 2, Kuzubov Yuri, he plays with Dragun. I think we have the moves: c4, knight f6, knight c3, d5, so-called anti-Grufeld variation, takes, knight f3, g6, h4, bishop g7, h5, knight c6, and sorry, the pawn is on g2, and white to move here. Yeah, I'm just trying to anticipate. So g3 is the best move here for white. I mean, consider it to be the main. Kuzubov is still thinking, okay, queen b3 might be a move here. Maybe, yeah, g3, as far as I know, g3 is the best move here. White prepared the move, yeah, g3. White prepared the move bishop g2, and maybe white, black, and if black castle, there is typical white's idea, as h takes g6, h takes g6, and queen a4. Queen a4, white just want to transpose the queen to h4 and to create a very strong attack against black's king. Okay, so g3 here is the move, and I believe that Grandmaster Kuzubov, he knows this, the main idea of the position. Also, white can play here d4. It's a normal move. It's also playable here. Okay. So yeah, about the prizes. So it's very good prizes on this tournament with $13,000 for first prize. Second place takes $7,500, and third place is $5,500. There are also many special prizes for best ladies, best juniors, best local players, best Abu Dhabi Chess Club players, and so on and so on. Yes, some more interesting games of this round. So the main sponsor of the tournament is Abu Dhabi Sport Council. And yeah, some more interesting games. So, of course, leaders games, and also maybe board number 4, Bortnik Alexander. He plays with Van Hau. I believe Van Hau now he's back fighting for a best places after not a very convincing start. He now is back. One more interesting game is board number 7. Board number Amin Bassem from Egypt plays with Grandmaster Sengupta Deep from India. Board number 3 also, in my opinion, deserve attention. Always Grandmaster Andreikin, the best rated player of this tournament. He plays with Grandmaster Zubov from Ukraine. Okay, and some more games of this round. Also will follow the best ladies. The best ladies, especially they are, yeah, actually they are play each other. Board number 26, Chinese lady, Chinese Grandmaster Lei Tengji, she plays with Grandmaster Tanya Sachdev from India. So two best ladies of the tournament, they play each other. And also woman Grandmaster from Iran. Yeah. Dora Derakshani, she plays black pieces with the other lady. The other lady, a woman Grandmaster, Wafa Shruk from Egypt. So today is a Woman Day. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, official site, and many, many others. One of the sponsors is Leader Sport. Yeah, this is the game Andreikin Zubov. Okay, very nice, very interesting game. A very interesting game. It's Rouser variation. I'll try to put the moves on the board. E4, C5, Knight F3, Knight C6, D4, CD4, Knight D4, Knight F6, Knight C3, d6, bishop g5, e6, queen d2, a6, castle long story, move a6, knight takes c6. From the early of the years 2000, this is the main variation. Knight takes c6 was introduced, well, if I'm not mistaken, by Grandmaster Nisipiano from Romania. He played with Vasily Ivanchuk from Ukraine. B takes c6, bishop f4, d5, and now the surprising move g4. Well, honestly speaking, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this move. So the main move here is queen e3. Queen e3, bishop e7, white plays bishop e2, castle short, e5, knight d7, and here or h4 or queen g3. This is a lot of theory. I believe h4 is the main move, and on next white sacrifice the bishop on h6. This is the main variation, and here the move g4. Okay, very interesting idea. Very interesting idea, g4. Well, it is a kind of pawn sacrifice, I may say, after knight takes g4, but I believe this is very dangerous. Very dangerous to take this pawn. Knight takes g4. Oh, actually, sorry, the black pawn is on h7. So this is completely different variation. Okay. So it was not bishop g5. Okay, let me try to understand. Now the black pawn is on a6, so after bishop g5, e6, queen d2, a6. Somehow white played at once bishop f4. Okay, b6, well, it looks, but knight f6, knight c3, bishop g5. No, the white pawn is on the black pawn is on h7. The black pawn is on h7. Okay, let's wait for the moves. Let's wait for the moves. Yeah, we have a 15 minutes delay and still no moves on many games. So board number one, and Alexander Predke, he plays with Adhiban Bashkaran from India on board number 1. Black is still thinking, and I believe this is not their position. So e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, e5, knight b5, d6, knight c3, a6, knight c3, bishop e7. Well, so-called Kalashnikov variation of Sicilian defense. Kalashnikov variation of Sicilian defense. Okay, so let's try to reconstruct the move order. Okay, white played knight d5, black played b5, bishop e3, knight f6, knight f6, no, sorry. So knight d5, knight f6, bishop e3, well, b5, bishop e3. Okay, let's wait for the moves. This is the position we received just now, and knight white is on c3. Knight white is on c3. Oh yeah, bishop e7, knight c4, knight f6, bishop e3, b5, knight b6, rook b8, knight takes c8, queen takes c8, bishop d3, castle short, black castle short, and now white to move. This is the current position. Well, actually, this is very well known theoretical position. White here, white normally castle here, and then main idea is to play a2, a4, a2, a4 to attack black's b5 and a6 chain of pawns. So castle short, blacks usually plays something connected with bishop d8, bishop b6 plan, bishop b8, bishop d6, or maybe knight b4. Maybe knight b4 immediately, actually. Knight b4, okay, white can play bishop e2 and bishop e2, and on queen b7, maybe just a3, knight c6, and if there is nothing better, just bishop d3 back, and I believe white is slightly better because of bishop's pair. So this is the current position. After short castle, I believe that castle short for white is the only move here, so most probably white will castle short. Okay, this is the game. And maybe board number 4. Board number 4, Alexander Bortnik plays with Van Hao from China. Van Hao from China, board number 4. One more Gioco piano, very fashionable nowadays. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, knight f6, d3. Yeah, knight g5 probably is too risky at this level. Okay, d3, bishop e7, and now white to move. So normally black developed the bishop to c5, but okay, bishop d7, bishop e7 leads to the positions more common for Ruy Lopez variations. After bishop e7, white played castle short, c3. They move c3, d6, and bishop b3, and here black to move. Well, this is actually a very unusual move order. White usually plays here a4, and after move d6, white plays c3 here, or even rook e1. Or white can transpose to some Spanish to some Ruy Lopez pawn structure by rook e1, d6, c3, knight a5, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, d5, bishop c2, c5, and so on, knight d2, and this is the position from Ruy Lopez with d3 instead of d4. Okay. And white choose the move order bishop b3, after castle, bishop b3, d6, and c3. c3 is a very good move, otherwise, let's say after rook e1, knight a5, white have to move the bishop. And here, after c3, knight a5, white bishop goes directly to c2, and white is ready to play d3, d4 to build up a strong center, typical for this kind of position. So c3, d3, and bishop d3. Okay, for black here, I can recommend different plans, like bishop e6 is one of the plan, or maybe sometimes king h8, playing knight g8 and f5. This is the other plan. Yeah, and Van Hao choose the most logical move in my opinion, the move knight a5. Knight a5, he wants just to transpose to Ruy Lopez structures. So bishop c2 after knight a5. After move c5, which is my opinion a must move. Black should play this move, otherwise white take the center. Yeah, c5, no surprise, and maybe white can try here let's say, a wild move like b4. b4. So probably black is forced to take on b4, because on knight c6, I believe after b takes c5, d takes c5, and bishop a4, and bishop a4, I believe that this position is clearly better for white. Then maybe white can take on c6, playing c4, knight c3, knight d5. So b4, c takes b4, c takes b4, knight c6 back, and maybe b5. Maybe b5, white can just take some space advantage, take some space on a queen side. And if knight goes back to a5, I believe that d4 is the move here. And then bishop b2, knight d2. White is slightly better in my opinion. Okay, so b4. b4 is my recommendation here, and of course this move is not a new move. It was played before, but at least this is a very interesting move. Of course white can play just slow play, like in Spanish, typical Spanish structure, knight d2, knight c6, rook e1, let's say rook e8, knight f1, bishop f8, and now or bishop g5 or knight g3, and this is very well known setup. Okay, so b4 in my opinion is more interesting than the standard plan of knight d2, rook e1, knight f1, and so on. Let's go to the board number 5. Board number 5, the strongest grandmaster from United Arab Emirates, Salem. He plays with Vladimir Fedoseev from Russia. Wow. Yeah, this is very sharp line. This is very sharp line, and probably one of the sharpest line in modern chess. Knight f3, knight c6, e6, bishop g5, h6, d takes c4, g5. Well, this variation is called like anti-Moscow gambit or anti-Moscow variation. I don't know exactly. g5, black takes a pawn, but white, yeah, Dusitani, this is our venue. Okay, so b5, black took a pawn, black won a pawn, but white got very good compensation for it. So b5, bishop e2, one of the main moves here. Okay, also queen c2 is the move, bishop b7, e5. Well, the move is not main move, not the main option for white here. I believe that queen c2 still or castle short, or even h4 is more playable here. Okay, e5, knight d5, castle short. There is also move here, knight d2. White prepare the move knight e4, and then controlling c5, d6, and f6 square. Okay, white played castle short, and yeah, thank you for knight d7. White played knight e1. The plan is, well, actually, honestly speaking, I don't know this plan. Okay, knight, queen b6, knight takes d5, c takes d5, and bishop h5. This is the current position. White is attacking f7 and do not permit to make a long castle for black king. So white's idea is very, very clear: to play f2, f4, and to create a strong pressure over f7 pawn. Our f7 pawn. So f4 is the threat now. Well, interesting idea from Grandmaster Salem. I believe that black can even let this pawn, I don't know, maybe castle long, bishop takes f7, and now maybe just bishop g7, and black's next move is rook f8. Well, actually no, white can play queen g4 and take one more pawn. So no castle long. No castle long. What to do for black? Okay, two castle short, it's too risky. Let's say bishop g7, f4, f4 castle short. In my opinion, it's too risky. After f takes g5, h takes g5, knight f3, I believe that white can build a very strong attack on a king side. But what about, let's say, castle short, f takes g5, knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. No, it's a bad move. After g takes h6, black is simply losing. So bishop g7, yeah, bishop g7. Fedoseev is following my recommendation, and bishop g7. Now the move, I believe, is f2, f4. It's quite logical. It's quite logical continuation following the plan, and I believe not only the plan but also the home preparation. Otherwise, you cannot go for this sharp variation and knight takes d5, knight e1, bishop h5. This move should be done at home. Okay, very interesting position, and here Salem. Well, maybe white can do a preparation move. No, I believe no need to. Well, maybe on f4 black can takes g takes h4, g takes f4, bishop takes f4, and knight takes e5. Looks very risky because now f7 pawn is lost, but maybe it's not that easy. Maybe it's not that easy to prove. If bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop takes f7 check. Okay, if rook takes f7, I believe after castle long, it's absolutely no compensation. So bishop takes f7 check, king, well, king e7 most probably, knight f3, but I believe that after move bishop f6, black is just fine here. Okay, so this is also interesting. Knight takes e5, and maybe white can play king h1, but after king h1, knight g6, well, I can't see any benefits for white in this position. So probably f takes to g5 is a simply bad move. Maybe king h1. White needs to play a after g takes h4, bishop f4. Well, actually no time. Maybe king h1 here. And if castle short, of course white will play f4, f5. Yeah, the position is far to be clear. Yeah, still I believe f4 is the move here. Okay, one more time. G takes f4. Maybe rook takes f4. And if knight takes e5, well, king h1, knight g6. No, I can't see anything here for white. Okay, rook takes f7, but this, I believe, is just nothing. King takes f7, queen g4. No, black can play just king to e7, and actually it's not that easy after queen takes g6. Maybe black can play e5, knight f3. Well, actually it's not that easy. Maybe rook takes f4, knight takes e5, king h1, knight g6, rook takes f7. Well, I just want to remind you that I'm not using any computer assistance, so of course my suggestions, my ideas are not always the strongest, not always according to the first line of computers. Okay, so rook takes f7. It's Tal style, Mikhail Tal style. Queen g4, and now white, I believe, after move e5, knight f3, the initiative is very strong here. Well, maybe it's not that easy. Let's say after move bishop c8, after move bishop c8, maybe just white is losing here. Okay, and instead of knight f1, instead of knight f3, maybe white can play knight c2 to come with the rook into play. After bishop c8, let's say rook f1 check, king g8. White, of course, can take back the knight, but maybe white can play a move like queen f3, attacking d5 and also queen. Okay, no, bishop. Yeah, I don't believe this is 100% good idea, but still I believe that f4 is the move. Okay, let's go back to, yeah, Salem is still thinking, so let's go back to board number 1, to our leaders. Grandmaster Alexander Predke, he plays with Adhiban Bashkaran from India. Two leaders of the tournament. Yeah, so Salem is still thinking. Meanwhile, we are back to the top board. Castle, and no, this is the current position. I believe white just castled. Yeah, this is the current position. Okay, let us to see if there are some more moves. No moves. Okay, yeah, this is Salem's position, and he's still thinking. He's still thinking to play or not to play f4. Well, I believe white should play f4, otherwise black. Well, actually, maybe white can play king h1 to delay h4. Yeah, back to board number 1. Back to board number 1. Let us to see board number 1. Yeah, knight b4. So they are playing. They are following my advice. Knight b4. Well, actually, if I'm not mistaken, this position is still theoretical. So black didn't think even for 1 minute. So 1:33. So still black is on his home preparation. 1:35 actually, and white is down to 1 hour. So knight b4. Well, white can play. I believe the strongest continuation here is the move bishop e2. What about the move knight takes c2 after bishop e2? Well, yeah, white is thinking. So bishop e2 and knight takes c2. I don't believe this is, and this move can be played, but still actually it's a playable. Yeah. I think knight takes c2, and if queen takes c2, so knight takes c2. Maybe this is a kind of preparation. Knight takes c2, queen takes c2, and b4. Black takes back sacrificed pieces. His sacrificed pieces and well. And I believe black is just okay. Okay, let's try. Rook c1, b takes c3. Nothing else than b takes c3, and maybe just queen c6, bishop d3, rook c8, or just a positional move like bishop d8 followed by bishop Bishop b6 is just fine for black. Yeah, so the threat, well, actually after bishop e2, knight takes c2. Knight takes c2 can be a move. Knight takes c2, okay. Of course, white can play any move here like a4, a4, after knight takes d3 to take by c pawn. But after move, I don't know, any move, maybe even b4, black's position is not worse. Knight e2, queen b7, or d5 immediately. Yeah, d5 immediately, knight g3, queen b7, or rook d8. Yeah, black's position is fine here. Maybe white keeps slightly better chance, but I don't believe there are any big problems for black. Okay, so very interesting knight b4, very interesting knight b4. On the main idea being on bishop e2, black can take knight takes c2, queen c2, and b4, simplifying the position, and black gets equal chances to me. Okay, board number two, two more leaders. Grandmaster Yuri Kuzubov from Ukraine, the winner of 2014 Master Tournament, and he plays with Dragon Kamil from Poland. In round number 6, he beat his countryman, international master Sadikovsky. Very nice positional game. Very nice positional game. So this is the position, h5, and now, yeah, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on official site. So yeah, g3, this move, I suggested actually this move, and black played the modern move bishop f5. If I'm not mistaken, this move was played by Chinese grandmaster. Well, white was Ding Liren, I believe, and black Wei Yi, if I'm not mistaken, in World Cup to Baku 2015. Okay, bishop f5. Now black wants maybe to play or queen d7 and to castle long, or maybe knight b4. To send one of the knight to b4 to create some unpleasant threats. Well, the normal move here is of course bishop g2 and bishop g2, and if knight d to b4, white just simply plays d3, and knight on b4 is, well, it's not actually it's a very bad piece. And if on bishop g2, if the other knight goes to c2, this is more complicated. The things are not easy here. So knight b4 here. So now d3. Well, maybe this move is possible actually. Knight takes c3. No, it's a bad move. Bishop c3, bishop t2, and there is no, on bishop a1, there is no queen a1. White simply lose the queen, so not enough compensation for the pawn, for the exchange actually. So no d3 here. Of course, white can play maybe short castle. Well, looks a little bit strange. After move h4, h5 to castle short. But black lost so many tempers with knight's move, like knight on b4, and if black achieve nothing by this move, knight c2, I believe is just a bad move. It's just a bad move. After rook b1, maybe black can play knight knight a3. No, it's a losing move after queen a4, and it's not that easy to get. Okay, maybe knight b4 back actually. Knight b4 back, and if no, on knight b4 back, e4. e4 is the move, and if knight takes c3, simply bc3, bishop e4, and rook takes b4, white is winning. So yeah, see on knight cb4, white can simply castle. Okay, bishop c2 is not a dangerous move. After queen e1, maybe black can hope for a repetition with bishop f5 move, but I believe like after move e4, so knight c2 now I believe is losing after queen d1, knight takes c3, or well even queen takes c2 maybe is the move here. Knight e2 check, king h1, or maybe black can take knight takes e4, but after g4 white is winning material here. Okay, very sharp position, and I believe that the move bishop f5 came as a very big surprise for Ukrainian. This move came as a very big surprise for Ukrainian. Well, this is my opinion. In my opinion, this is a little bit strange. Okay, maybe white can play knight h4 here. Knight h4, okay, just a move to avoid all complications. And if knight takes c3, bc3, okay, bishop e4, white can play just bishop g2, bishop takes g2, knight g2. But after queen d7, I believe any problems for black here. So after bishop e4, maybe white can play f3. Well, after queen d6, I don't know. White is forced to take king f2 because taking the bishop is just a mate in one. F takes e4, queen g3. So after move king f2, bishop d5, the position is unclear, very unclear. Okay, so I believe bishop g2 here is the move. Of course, white can play bishop h3 to change light square bishop, but I see any problems for black here. So bishop g2 is the move here for Ukrainian Grandmaster Yuri Kuzubov. Let's move to the board number 3. Andrei and Dmitry, top player of the tournament, the highest rated player of tournament. He plays with Zubov Alexander from Ukraine. So this was the move order, so sorry. This is Paulsen variation of Sicilian defense. Abu Dhabi Tourism Authority is one of the main partner of the tournament. Takes a6, okay. Yeah, this is the current position. One more step behind, castle. Bishop g, so yeah, g5, knight d7. This is the current position. If I'm not mistaken. And here white to move. Okay. The position is really very interesting. So after knight d7, white played, if I'm not mistaken, king b1, oh, a3, sorry. White played a3, okay, natural move. White wants just to send this bishop home. So after move, okay, there are two possible retreats to a5, trying to keep the pin, or the other move, bishop e7, just to bring the bishop home and trying to create some counterplay with e5 and d4 later on. So let's try to analyze a little bit deeper. So if bishop a5, now white can play a move like queen d3 or queen e3. Maybe queen d3 to to go from this pin, from this very unpleasant pin, queen d3, and maybe one day white can play queen g3, create some threats against black king, or just h4, h5 is the plan. If e5, I believe bishop d2 is the move. Maybe white can sacrifice a piece. I don't know. By playing e takes d5, e takes f4, d takes c6. D takes c6. Well, actually, this is actually not a piece sacrifice. White takes back the material after knight e5. Bishop takes, queen takes b8, rook takes d8, and rook takes d8 one more time, or c7 immediately actually. Bishop takes d7 and c7. White wins. White win the exchange. So white is still thinking. White is still thinking. Black after move a3 over two possible retreats of the bishop, or bishop e7 or bishop a5. Okay, let's analyze the move bishop e7 here. Bishop e7. So after bishop e7, okay, black creates a dangerous threat of playing e5. Still, maybe I believe this is not a threat. h4, and if e5, well, let's try to sacrifice a piece here. E takes d5. E takes f4. Yeah, probably no other moves. Takes on c6. Knight to b6. And here white can take queen d8, but I believe black is not worse there. After queen d8, rook d8, bishop d8, or rook d8, actually no big difference. Rook d8, bishop d8, c7, bishop c7, bishop takes a8, knight takes a8 back. I believe this is very unclear ending. But maybe white can play after d takes c6, knight b6, queen takes h4, queen takes f4, and keep a very strong compensation for the piece. Well, actually 3 pawns, rook a1, rook h1 to e1, and in my opinion, this is very strong compensation. So after move a3, bishop e7, h4, white is better and very good attacking chances. Okay, so yeah, I believe that bishop a5 is the move here. Is the move. At least black keeps the pin, and maybe black can hope for let's say knight b6, knight c4 idea, sacrificing on a3, queen e7, queen b6. Yeah, the position is unclear. Let's see. After queen d3, black can play knight c5, or even knight b6. Maybe knight b6, b4. White wins a piece, or maybe just bishop b7. Okay, bishop b7, h4, and so on and so on. Yeah. So I believe white is better here. Okay. Let's move to the board number 4. Board number 4, Alexander Bortnik from Ukraine. He plays with Grandmaster Van Hao from China. Grandmaster Van Hao from China. Grandmaster Van Hao from China. So yesterday, Van Hao he gave a simultaneous display to all amateurs, to all players, to all participants of the tournament. And yeah, this is the position. Abu Dhabi Chess and Culture Club, the organizer of this event. No. So after c5, white preferred to play knight d2, just standard plan, let's say. Knight c6, rook e1, queen c7, h3, and bishop e6 now. Bishop e6 now. This is the current position. And this is okay. Bishop e6 now is a little bit unusual move, because normally black delay the move bishop e6 by playing rook e8, bishop f8, and maybe black even can develop the bishop playing b5 on bishop b7. Okay, so black played bishop e6, bishop e6. Black's plan is different, I believe. Black wants to play rook d8 and to play one day d5. And knight g5, just bishop d7, and knight on g5 is somehow is doing okay. Okay, still white can play knight f1 here. So bishop e6, bishop e6. If white follow a standard plan like knight f1, rook d8, knight g3, now black is in time to play d5. Yeah, knight f1, knight f1. A standard plan, but I believe maybe knight g5 to play first was a little bit more accurate, because, and after knight f1, rook d8, now on knight g5, black will retreat the bishop to f8 to a slightly better square than d7, and by playing knight g5 immediately, bishop d7, knight f1. Now somehow bishop on d7 is not that great. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, it's a slight inaccurate move, but okay, still nothing really happened. Knight f1, and I believe Van Houwe's move here is rook d8, or maybe he wants to play d5 at once. D5 at once. Knight g5 and bishop d7 here. Well, I believe white keeps better chances here. So rook d8, rook d8, rook d8, I believe is the move. The threat is always better than a execution. Okay, this is not a rule, but in most of the cases it works. The standard rule of old Soviet school, old Soviet chess school. So after knight f1, Van Houwe is to decide. Of course, he can play like moves like knight d7 or b5 or even rook e8. So it's a big choice of moves. Actually, rook e8, rook f to e8 is not a good move after knight g5, bishop d7, bishop b3. White is attacking to f7. So rook d8, rook b8, I believe is the move, or d5, But playing, well, when Van Houwe is playing, you never know. You never know. He's very original player. Well, let's move to the board number 6. Board number 6. It is also interesting. Two Ukrainian Grandmaster Alexander Oreshenko, he plays with Grandmaster Mikhailo Alexeyenko, famous Lviv chess school. So both Grandmasters are from Lviv. Well, in my opinion, Lviv and Lviv region is one of the most, let's say, the most developed chess region in the world, with more than 20 Grandmasters. So just I can mention Ivanchuk, the best Ukrainian Grandmaster, Belyavsky from old school, Mikhail Chishin from young generation, Oreshenko, Alexeyenko, Volokitin, Efimenko, he's also playing here, and many other Grandmaster. Woman world champion, Muzachuk, Maria Muzachuk, she is also from Lviv. Her sister, Anna, top Ukrainian Grandmaster, she's also from Lviv. So Lviv region is top leading chess region of the world. Okay, so two Lviv Grandmaster, two Ukrainians. E4, C5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c5, Rossolimo variation of Sicilian defense. Castle, bishop g7, knight c3, rook e1. Okay, one of the top line, one of the main line, but it's a little bit old-fashioned line. So white usually prefers to delay short castle. So a4, knight, d4, yeah. And now white, the main plan here is knight d4, knight takes d4, c takes d4, bishop f4, black plays c5, queen e2, bishop goes to b7, or maybe sometimes even black plays h6. After e takes f6, bishop h6, the position is about equal. So knight takes d4, c d4, and, well, bishop actually is on f5 already. So, yeah, on knight takes, no, white didn't take on d4, white played a5. a5, black played bishop f5, and white just retreat the knight from e4 to g3. Knight g3, okay. For black here, black can play bishop e6. I believe this is a good square for the bishop, but maybe white can play knight g5. The point being that after bishop d5, well, my idea was to play c3, knight a3, knight b3, c4, but I believe I cannot trap the knight. Knight takes a1, c d5, queen d5. Yeah, and the knight from a1 escape, and the knight from a1 simply escape. Okay, so knight g3, black can play or bishop e6 or even bishop d7. Nothing wrong with this move. Bishop e7, and white can play bishop d2, in my opinion. Bishop d2, connecting rooks. Now bishop can go to c3, maybe. Yeah, the position is about equal. A very interesting strategical fight. Okay, back to Salem's game, because in my opinion this is one of the most interesting game of the round. It's very sharp anti-Moscow gambit of semi-Slav defense, and Grandmaster Salem plays with Grandmaster Fedoseev. And this is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting. Did Salem play the f4 or not? This is the question. The move f2, f4 here leads to a very, very complicated position. Maybe white sacrificed, in some of variations, white sacrificed one more pawn on e5. Let's say after moves g takes f4, bishop takes f4, knight takes e5. No, he didn't play f4, to my very big surprise. After bishop g7, white played, if I'm not mistaken, white played, well, from this corner I can't see, from this point I can see the game, I can see the move. h4 and rook g8, but I believe this was not the move order. No, from here I can't say. White knight is still on e1, most probably. Well, if it's possible to turn camera to, yeah, knight is on e1, thank you. So now it's, white played h4, yeah, white played h4 and rook g8. And rook g8, very interesting and to me very unexpected moves. Okay, move h4, is possible. Okay, so the idea being that if castle long, bishop takes f7 and still, well, white is just better because bishop on g7 is a bad piece and pawn on e6 is weak. Okay, so on h4, black played rook g8, but this move is a surprise. It's a big surprise. Maybe rook f8 was the move. And okay, white's probably black gives this pawn. Takes knight f3. Well, actually, this is very dangerous for black. If castle long, knight takes g5, f6, knight f7. Okay, in my opinion, black can sacrifice an exchange here. Black can sacrifice an exchange by taking on e5, knight takes d8, queen d8. And the compensation is very good, in my opinion. I don't know. E takes f5, let's say knight takes e5. Knight takes e5, knight goes to d3, and then e5, e6, e5. Okay, so this is the other game. This is the other possible game. So after h4, black played rook g8. Rook g8. Rook g8, black wants just to defend the pawn. After, let's say, h takes g5, h takes g5, knight f3. Maybe black can play just a move like bishop h6, defending the pawn. And then rook g7 next and castle for long. Yeah, this is possible, this is possible. So after rook g8, Grandmaster Salem is thinking. So let's go to the board. One more interesting game, I believe, is board number 7. Board number 7, Grandmaster Amin Bassem from Egypt. He plays with Grandmaster Deep Sen Gupta. Grandmaster Deep Sen Gupta, Department of Affair of Transport. Yeah. So it is an endgame already. Wow. It is an endgame. It is an endgame. Yeah, board number 7. It is board number 7. Yeah. It is in endgame from Gioco Piano, and white is slightly better because of a file. So white keeps slightly better chances, but I believe, well, not so big. Black can play bishop on d6, king f7, king e7, king d7. No, I believe the game is just equal. Okay, and one game I want to mention is our ladies, our strongest Grandmaster ladies. They play each other. So Chinese leading Grandmaster Li Tingzhi, she plays with Tanya Sachdev from India. Okay, ladies choose very sharp variation of Catalan defense. b5, queen c3, c takes, queen c3 nowadays is considered to be the strongest move for white. C takes d4, knight d4, queen d4, rook c8, bishop f4. As far as I know, white keeps slightly better chances in this variation, but okay, black just develop his pieces. Queen b6, knight d2 castle, knight e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, rook d8, bishop takes f7, a pawn sacrifice, king h8, bishop e4, bishop c6, queen f3. White is a pawn up, actually. Sorry? Board number, 1 minute. Ladies are playing on the board number 26. Board number 26, our beautiful ladies. Bishop takes e4, queen takes e4, and f6. Rook b1, e5. Okay. I don't know. White is a pawn up. White is a clear pawn up. Okay, the last move, rook b white, is a little bit. Well, what? Actually, maybe black-white wants to play b4. Mysterious move, I don't know. Rook b1 and e5, and clearly white wants to play here b4. Well, of course white is still pawn up, but I believe that maybe it was not necessary. Okay, e5 and b4. Yeah, white is pawn up, and I believe no big. Wow, the position changed a lot. So girls are blitzing. And I believe, yeah, this is perpetual check and draw. And draw. Okay, the first result of the round. Two ladies, Lei Tingjie from China. She made a draw with Tanya Sajde from India. A surprising result. Surprising result. Okay, just before going to our short break, briefly from let's make some conclusion after first round, after first hour of play. So board number 1, Grandmaster Predke plays with Grandmaster Adhiban. In my opinion, after knight b4, the position is about equal, and still Grandmaster Adhiban, he is on his home preparation. So board number 2, Kuzubov Dragoon. Kuzubov Dragoon, I believe that, well, the position is still theoretical, but black knows much more than white. So let's say psychological advantage is on Polish ground. Okay, board number 3, Andreikin Dmitry plays with Zubov Alexander. A very sharp Sicilian Paulsen variation. I believe white chances are clearly better. Okay, board number 4, Alexander Bortnik with Van Hao from China. It's a slow Rui Lopez. Okay, Jacobian actually from Bishop C4, and chances are about equal. Board number 5, Salem plays Fedoseev. In my opinion, this is one of the most interesting game of the round. It was a very sharp Semislav anti-Moscow variation. White sacrificed the pawn but played very interesting knight e1 bishop h5 idea. Well, I can't predict who is better and whose chances are better here. The game is too sharp. The position is too sharp. Board number 6, in my opinion, is a very calm about equal position of Rossolimo Sicilian variation. Board number 7, Amin Bassem. He plays with Sengupta. One more Jacobiano, completely equal position, in my opinion. And first result of the round, 2 ladies. Grandmaster Tenglenjie, she made a draw with Tanya Sachev from India. Now we are going for a short break, and stay with us. 7 of Abu Dhabi Chess Festival Master Tournament, and there are 4 leaders after 6 rounds. Board number 1, Alexander Predke from Russia, he plays with Bashkaran Hiban from India. Board number 2, Yuri Kozubov from Ukraine, he played with white pieces against Grandmaster Dragun Kamil from Poland. Okay, let's go to the board number 1. Yeah, not very big changes, but white decided to play a3, probably the most practical decision in my opinion. White avoid after bishop e2, knight takes e2 variations, played a3, knight takes d3, cd3, and black played b4. In my opinion, this is slightly, well, I don't know. I'll prefer with black to play here queen b7 instead of b4. Okay, b4, a takes b4, rook b4, rook a2, queen b7, and queen a1. Queen a1. Queen a1, and black played the move h6. It's a necessary move. It's a necessary move. Otherwise, white will play bishop g5, taking the knight on f6 and installing a tremendous knight on d5. Tremendous knight, yeah. So actually h6 is a, well, I believe that after rook a2, black played first h6, queen a1, and queen b7, and queen b7, yeah. So without move h6, black is just in trouble. And here, I don't know, black's idea is to play rook f2 b8, and to put more pressure on b2 pawn. Maybe white can play, let's say, rook c1. Okay, the rook is on an open file, and on rook b8, rook c1, yeah, maybe white can play. And if on rook b8, just rook c2 move. I don't know, it's really hard to say that white can achieve anything from this position. Maybe white is slightly, but very slightly better. Yes, but most probably the position is equal. The position is equal. Okay. So queen b7, what about the move rook takes a6? Rook takes a6, rook takes b2, rook a7. White is not winning a piece. White is not winning a piece. There is queen b3 move. Queen b3, and if rook takes e7, queen takes c3. And I don't know if white can get something from this pin, from these hanging pieces, queen on c2, and queen on c3, and rook on b2. Well, I can't see any ideas. On bishop c1, what black can play, or rook c2, or rook b3. In both cases, white achieve nothing. Okay, so rook a7, rook a6, rook b2, rook a7, queen b3, queen b3. Maybe white can play here, let's say rook c1. Rook c1. Now rook takes e7 is a real threat. And if black retreat the bishop, let's say bishop d8, maybe white can achieve something here, I don't know, by playing rook a3, queen b7, rook a6. Yeah, maybe actually white is slightly better. Pawn on d6 is under attack, and okay, after rook bishop c7, rook c7, no, actually this is losing a piece. After rook a7, queen b8, rook takes c7, white wins a piece. So after rook a6, white is slightly better. White is slightly better. Okay, so rook takes a6. Really, this is a move to calculate, and I believe that Grandmaster Alexander Predke is calculating this possibility now. Yeah, he's down to 34 minutes. And black is 1 hour and 5 minutes. 1 hour and 5 minutes, and rook takes a6. Here is the move to calculate, or rook c1, rook c2, just to continue the game. Okay, board number 2. Two more leaders. Yuri Kozubov from Ukraine played with white pieces against Kamil Dragun from Poland. Camille Dragoon from Poland. After bishop g2, yeah, black did it. Sorry, white did it. White played finally after a very long thought. Bishop g2 move. Well, the most natural move in the position, and I don't know why it takes so much time. It takes so much time to make this move. And now black played e5. e5. I believe this is Vashyela-Graf, Maxim Vashyela-Graf's idea, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, the game is still on theory. So yeah, the point being, if knight takes e5, knight takes c3, if knight takes c6, knight takes d1, knight takes d8, knight takes b2, and knight takes b7, and knight c4 or a4, I don't know, maybe knight c4, and the position is about equal, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I think I like 1 or 2 years ago I analyzed this position. And everything ends in an equal ending. So knight takes e5 leads to an equal position. Okay, so what else I can recommend for white? Knight h4 is not a move, because after bishop e6 black is just fine with a very strong pieces and pawns in the center. Maybe some tricky moves like queen a4, and if knight b6, maybe white can transpose this position to an endgame. After queen h4, and if black takes the queen on h4, knight takes h4, bishop e6 and d3. Now this d3 move is possible because knight is on b6, and I believe white can hope for some small edge. Well, I don't know. Okay, let's say after knight d4, white can play just king f1 move. Okay, this is one more possibility. So queen a4 or knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 is harmless, I believe, but queen a4, this is a possible move. Maybe queen b3, actually, queen b3. But I believe that black can start here to. No, queen b3 is also possible. Knight b6 is the best move here. And maybe just white can play d3, and next is knight g5 or h6 or bishop g5, depends. Yeah, actually I like white's position here. This is my opinion, of course. Still we are on theory, still we are on very known position. So queen b3 here is my move here, and I believe I'll prefer white. Okay, let's move to the board number 3. Board number 3, Grandmaster Dmitry Andreevkin, top-rated player of this tournament. He plays with Zubov Alexander from Ukraine. So yeah, a3, bishop retreat to a5. Yeah, it's practically. I believe this is the best decision for black. h4, yeah, the move I mentioned it before. White just started kingside attack. h5, g6, and black played rook e8, if I'm not mistaken. Rook e8, maybe black wants to play e5 and d4. Actually, yeah, this is only black's idea. And now, well, board number 3, yeah, this is the current position, rook e8, and Andreevkin is still thinking after move rook e8. Okay, let's try to make some calculation. Is h5 move possible? h5, e5, probably not, but okay, let's check. taking on d5, taking on f4, taking on d6, taking on c6, knight goes somewhere, and then we go take on d8 and playing c7, yeah. But I believe, well, on h5 there is a very, very interesting threat. d4 is the move. Yeah, bishop g3, correct. So d4 was a threat. d4 was a very strong threat, winning a piece. Because on queen takes d4, e5, black wins a piece. Wins a piece. So bishop g3 is the move, is the prophylactic move, but actually is, yeah, bishop g3. This is a strong move, and now no more tactical trick d5, d4. So black is to play how to create counterplay, how to create counter. Well, maybe by move knight b6. Knight b6 here. Yeah, maybe move knight b6. Black intends to install a tremendous knight on c4. Attacking b2, attacking a3. Well, knight b6, okay. Knight b6. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what to do for white here. Okay, queen d3, let's play. Knight c4, and maybe, oh, well, actually, maybe some tactics here. Oh, yeah, there is tactics. Takes, and if pawn takes, queen takes c4, winning the game. Winning a piece, actually. Rook takes d8, rook takes d8, and bishop takes a8. So black cannot take on c5, on d5 by c pawn. And if black takes by e pawn, now maybe white can play knight takes d5. I don't know. Okay, let's try to make some calculation. Knight takes d5, c takes d5, bishop takes d5. Rook is under attack, knight is under attack, and black cannot save both pieces. Yeah. So on queen d3, knight b6, queen d3, knight c4 is not possible. Knight c4 is not possible. If not, okay, maybe just bishop b7. Also bishop b7 is not possible. b4. White wins a piece. White wins a piece. So it's not that easy. It's not that easy for black. After knight b6, queen d3, b4 is a threat. Knight c4 is not possible. And black. And what to do? What to do for black here? Yeah, I don't know. It's not easy. Maybe black can, well, but taking on c3 is the move you never wants to do. Queen takes c3, knight a4, just queen b4. Now this is clear in white's advantage. So queen d3, b4 is a huge threat. c5, just e takes d5. Just e takes d5, white wins a pawn. Yeah, so no knight b6, surprising. Okay, black can continue bishop b7. Bishop b7, and now maybe once white wants to start to push, just to push kingside pawns. h5, knight b6, and g6. And g6. In my opinion, white is first to create threats. Okay, still the position is unclear. After knight c4, queen d3, queen b6, maybe black can play. If b4, just pawn takes bishop takes b4, pawn takes b4, knight takes b4, and black is attacking. Yeah, so it is unclear. It is still unclear. h5, now b6, now knight b6 now, and the game is not that easy. So bishop g3, and now I believe bishop b7 is the move. Okay, let's go to one of the most interesting game of the round. on board number 5. On board number 5, a local leading grandmaster Salem. He plays with one of the strongest Russian grandmaster, number 4 of this tournament, Vladimir Fedoseev. Vladimir Fedoseev, semi-Slav anti-Moscow variation, and yeah, this was the position. Yeah, h4 rook g8, and before the break, this was the position. So here, white to decide what to do: to take on h5, and to play queen g4, or maybe to play knight f3 at once, or after h takes g5, hg5, or maybe white can start to play knight c2, knight e3, bringing the knight to g4. So yeah, white took on g5, black took on g5, white played queen g4. Okay, very logical moves, and black played bishop h6, defending g5 pawn. And now white cannot play f4, because now pawn on d4 is under attack. Queen takes d4. Queen takes d4, okay. Rook f2 maybe. Rook f2. Well, yeah, the position is very unclear. It's very unclear, but still I believe white can play first, like knight c2 move. Knight c2, and next move f4. Okay, king e7 is too risky to me. I believe this move is simply bad. White can play f4, and if g takes f4, bishop h4 check, king f8, and now I don't know, maybe just queen e2, queen e2. Black king is too bad. Black king is too bad, and white keep very good attacking chances. Maybe next just rook f3, rook f1, and taking on f4. So knight c2 is the move here. Okay, of course there are many other moves, like maybe knight f3, knight h2. No, this is too slowly. Knight f3, knight h2 maneuver, queen d1 back, and knight g4. This is too slow. So one more time after queen g4, bishop f6, knight c2, and f4. This I believe is the move. Well, maybe on knight c2 black can play rook g7, and if f4 just castle short. Well, actually, sorry, black can take on h4. Yeah, black takes on f4, and white lose material. White lose material here. Okay, rook g7. Yeah, nice prophylactic against the move f4, and also the defending f7 pawn, and next is just castle long. So if black succeed to make castle long, I believe that black's position is more than okay. Maybe just black is better. So maybe knight c2 is too slow. After bishop h6, maybe it's too slow, and white needs strong measures like f4. Okay. Just, I don't know, sacrificing one more pawn, but actually the key pawn of the position, to play f4, to give the pawn d4, we check. I mean, I don't know. It's in my position, this is nearly impossible. This is nearly impossible even for a very strong grandmaster. I don't know, I can't bet that any of a world top grandmaster will play here f4. Okay, but who knows? So knight c2, rook g7, and black is just in time. Black is just in time to meet f4 with g takes f4, and then to make castle long. And the move here is f4, a very difficult move to find and to play. Even from a psychological point of view, you are sacrificing a central pawn with check. But still, I believe f4 is the move. Oh, after queen takes d4, let's say rook f2, now pawn e6 is under attack. So really after castle long, bishop takes, well actually even white cannot take on f7. Well, maybe white can take on h7, but it's bishop takes f7, take on g4, bishop takes g8, take on g3, queen g3. I don't know, bishop e3, and black is winning. Yeah, it is a very sharp and complicated position. Okay, let's move to the other boards. Yeah, still no moves for Salem. Okay, let's go to the board number 6. Board number 6, two Ukrainian. Alexander Areshenko plays with Alexeyenko Mikhailo. It was a Rosolima variation of Sicilian defense. And after move knight f5, knight g3, black played bishop e6, white played bishop f4, and this is the current position. Well, honestly speaking, the position I can't see anything special for white here. The position is, I don't know. Okay, it's not boring. It's not, of course, boring, but no. Yeah. So black played knight. White took on d4. After bishop. No, sorry. It was knight g3, bishop e6, bishop f4. Or black played, maybe after this, played bishop e7, bishop f4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, and queen c1. Yeah, the position still is about equal. Maybe white just, I don't know, I'll prefer white position, because at least white can change the bishops by bishop h6, or to play first rook e4, bishop h6, rook h4. At least one idea for white. And for black, maybe black can play c4. No, I don't believe. So maybe this position is more easier to play for white. Yeah, the game we didn't mention for a very long time is the board number 4. Board number 4, Alexander Bortnik from Ukraine. Actually, many Ukrainian in the leaders group. On board number 2, Kozubov. On board number 4, Zubov. On board number 5, Bortnik. Board number 6, full of Ukrainians. And one more, Yefimenko is just half a step behind. So all Ukrainian grandmasters are in the leading group. Okay, board number 4. No, this is board number. Just a minute. This is Yefimenko Sadzikovsky. This is board number 9. Yeah, and the end game is, well, I can't say the recent game is really boring, but the position is equal. Completely equal. Maybe white is slightly better because of the a file, controlling of a file, but black's position is very solid. So white is slightly better, black is to defend this endgame. Okay, let's go to the board number 4. Board number 4, Bortnik plays with Van Hao. So after the break, black played knight d7. Surprising move. I mentioned this move, but I believe white keeps better chances. Yeah, of course, knight g5. White takes bishop pair and slightly better chances because of bishop's pair. Yeah, that's and then one day, well, the position will become open. So bishop's pair maybe can be an advantage. So bishop takes g5, d5, yeah. Quite logical moves. E takes d5, follow it, bishop takes d5, knight e3, and bishop e6. Now white to move. Now white to move. Bishop on g4 is on g5 is a little bit, well, in a strange position, in a strange situation. So white needs to retreat this bishop. Maybe knight e3 was not a... Okay, let's try. Let's try. Maybe white just can play bishop h4. But I believe this is somehow dangerous. Let's say after move like f5, followed by h6 and f4, bishop can be in a very, very poor position. In a very, very poor position. So white is to decide. Of course, white can move knight somewhere, knight to g4. Actually, I don't know. What about this? Now f5, I can maybe play knight takes c5 and knight one of e4. And I believe white takes back the piece. White takes back the piece. Or maybe first bishop f4 and next d4 or queen e2. White takes a... keep better chances because of bishop's pair. So okay, so knight g4, okay. After knight g4, f6 I believe is the move, not f5. Sending the bishop back and rook e8. Rook e8. And absolutely no problems for black here. Yeah, interesting idea from Van Hau. He just changed his black square bishop and got a very strong center, and all his pieces are just in a very good strong square. Queen h5, unexpected in my opinion, unexpected move. Okay, the idea is very tactical one. So on f6, white wants to play d4, a break in the center. Now the threat is on his bishop takes h7. White cannot capture the bishop. Well, and actually it's not easy to play it because on g6 white will take bishop takes g6, keeping a very strong, probably winning attack. And if h6, same idea, keeps, well, probably winning attack. Okay, so queen h5 is the move. And now black is to decide. Black is to decide. If black plays g6, now white gets a very nice square for the bishop on h6. So after move, let's say queen h4, f6, bishop goes to h6, rook e8 or rook f7, and now f4. And this position is clearly better for white. Now bishop on h6 is a strong piece. Strong piece, and white is just can create a threat against king. No, queen h5, strong move. So now black's turn. What to do? I don't know. Maybe black can play. No, it was just my fantasy about knight d4. It's just a bad move. Well, my idea being was like if takes, now knight is under attack, and but white can play knight d4, knight c4 here, and if b5, knight a3, and white is just a piece up. One pawn is not, of course, not enough. Okay. So no knight d4, but the threat of playing d4 is really very strong. Maybe black can play f5. And if d4, well, actually I don't know. I don't know if d4 is possible. Maybe black plays intermediate move g6 and next capture on d4. Yeah, this is possible. So f5, f5, and now no d4. Maybe white can play f4 here. f4, and if e takes f4, knight somewhere to c4, to g4. I don't know, to c4 let's try. Knight c4, and if bishop takes f c4, dc4, and I believe, well, black is pawn up, but white's compensation, I believe, is actually enough for at least equal chances. Okay, these are very interesting ideas. Queen h5 is definitely a strong move, and definitely a strong move. Let's go to other leaders group, other leaders players games. Yeah, board number 8. Two more players with only half a point of the leaders, half a point behind of the leaders. Demchenko Anton, he plays with Gupta Abhijit from India. Okay, it was a French defense, one of the most complicated variation with knight c to e2. White build a very strong center, but queen b3, the move, well, honestly, the first time in my life I see this move. Honestly, first time in my life I know that white's idea is g3 or to play h4, then king f2, king g2, and queen b3. It's absolutely new move for me. Okay, castle short, g3 now. Queen a5, bishop h3. It's completely new position for me. b6, castle short, bishop a6, rook f2, f5, g4. Yeah, white started to create some threats on a queen side, on a king side, and black is ready to do something in the center on g6. Yeah, this move is very important to keep the pawn structure. Queen d1 back, absolutely correct decision. Nothing to do with the queen on b3. White needs the queen to closer to the king side. King h8, bishop a3, development first, the first rule of chess. Rook c8, rook on the open c file, actually on a potential open c file. a3, prophylactic move. b4 square now is under control. Bishop c4. Okay, it was easy to find the moves. And somehow pieces are off. I mean, okay, let's try. White played, well, actually I don't know. Okay, rook g2, bishop takes e2. No, knight is on d2. Oh yeah, on bishop c4 white played knight d2, and here black decided to give this bishop for the knight. Bishop takes e2. Maybe bishop a6 was the move to keep bishop on the board. Okay, bishop takes e2, rook takes e2, c takes d4, c takes d4, and b5. Black wants to play or queen b6 or knight b6. Okay, the two very different ideas, but first is queen b6, creating the threat, creating the pressure on the d4 pawn, and the second idea is probably even most interesting, knight b6 move. Knight wants to jump to c4, and if white plays b3, now queen on b3 queen and c3 can come. Okay, interesting idea. In my opinion, white chances are better, and I expect on b5, I expect the move rook g2, and then just knight goes to c3, knight comes to c2 to f3, and maybe one day g takes h5, and starting a very dangerous attack. Yeah, rook g2 here is the move, or knight f3 actually, but maybe white needs the knight to keep c4 square under control. So I believe white chances are better here, but of course the position is far to be clear, far to be easy to play. Okay, some more moves, some more games here. Yeah, board number 7, Amin Basim from Egypt, he plays with Sengupta Deep from India. And, well, it was one more gioco piano, but this time is just really gioco piano. I mean, white changed, opponents, they changed white square bishops. Now, after h6, bishop e3, black square bishops are off. Queen e6, queen a4, and d5. In my opinion, was better to play first rook a8 to bring the rook to d8 and then to play d5. But okay, after d5, maybe white can play d4. White can play d4 to open the center and to create some threats. Rook on a7 is somehow out of the board. Yeah. Actually, this is what happened. This is what happened. Okay, it was a little bit different move order. E takes d5, queen d5, d4. Poor rook on a8, on a7. Poor rook on a7. So d5 is, I don't know, in my opinion, it is really a weak move. So now black is in trouble now, actually. Black is in trouble. b5. Yeah, maybe this was just the only move. And now, I don't know, or queen c2 or even queen b3. And if e takes d4, rook takes e8, just winning. So on queen b3, if queen takes b3, a b3, e d4, rook takes e8, knight takes e8. No, actually this position is more or less okay for black. So b5. Okay, white can play, of course, the move queen c2. And after e takes d4, rook takes e1, e8, knight takes e8, rook d1. And the position is about equal, maybe. After rook a8, or knight takes d4, knight takes d4, rook takes d4, white sacrifices a pawn, queen takes a2, but after move, let's say queen e4. I believe white's compensation is more than enough. Okay. So white needs to prove that move d5 was a mistake. So b5, b5, and now white can choose between queen c2 or queen b3. Okay, so let's go to the other games. Back to the leaders group. Board number 1. Alexander Predke from Russia. He is not. He is also a participant of Abu Dhabi Festival 2015. Yeah, you can follow us. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and official site, of course. Leader Sport. Yeah, b5, and now white is to decide where to move the queen. Yeah, thank you. Board, back to the board number 1, to the top board. And because many things are happening. Yeah, white took on a7, on a6, rook a7, queen b3, and played knight f4. Knight f4, rook a2, rook a2, queen d1, queen takes d1, rook takes d1. Well, since honestly, I'm very big. I'm surprised. I'm surprised by White's decision. Well, instead of playing a slightly better middle game, White went for I don't know, for a very unclear endgame. Okay. After rook d1, knight g4, White can of course take on e7, and the game is just, in my opinion, equal. Takes on e3, rook takes a4, and just a move like rook d2, and the game ends to a draw. Yeah, most probably the game will end in a draw, on the first board. Yeah. So after knight g4, I think White is just forced to take on e7 and to go for an endgame, for rooks equal endgame. Yeah. So no big play. Board number two. Two more leaders. Kuzubov, Yuri play Dragon. Yeah, this is board number 8. Board number 9. Board number 9 draw. Sajikovsky, Efimenko. It was endgame. In my opinion, White is still slightly better in this endgame, but okay, probably a Polish international master Daniel Sajikovsky decided that a draw is enough for him today. So board number 9 draw. Okay, back to board number 2. Board number 2, Kuzubov Dragoon. In my opinion, this game is like this game goes very slowly. So after e5, White played queen b3. White played queen b3. Yeah, queen b3, exactly. Queen b3, following my advice. Knight b6 and no, d3, yeah. Queen d7. Now Black's intention is very clear. He wants to make castle long. If Black castle long, anything can happen. And knight g5. Well, this move is very risky. And what about knight d4 move? Knight d4. Strange. Knight d4. White is forced to play back queen d1, and Black can simply castle long. Yeah, that's really well. Very strange decision of Yuri Kuzubov. Knight g5, knight d4. I see anything better than queen retreat. Shameful queen retreat to d1. I don't know. Of course, White can sacrifice anything here to f7. No, just queen d1 back. Yeah, queen d1 and castle long, and I think this position can be better only for Black. So White king is still uncastled. White achieve nothing by playing h4, h5. Black's pieces are in the center. I don't know. Maybe White can start a desperation attack, like playing here a4, and then a5. Well, actually, the position is not that easy, that simple. So it is like Najdorf variation with bishop e3, knight g4, bishop g5, h6, and bishop h4, g5. So white can play the knight from g5 comes to e4, creating the knight c5 idea. Pawn march a5, a6 is very strong, is very dangerous. The other bishop from c1 goes to e3. Yeah, interesting play, actually. Yeah, I underestimated White's plan, White's attacking ideas. Yeah, the game is completely unclear, and after a4, White keeps strong initiative. Okay, maybe instead of castle long, Black can play c6 here and on a4 just to play knight d5. Yeah, maybe c6 is more I mean, not that risky move. So knight g5, Black is thinking. Okay, knight d4, queen d1, and c6. This is my advice. This is my opinion, with very unclear position. Okay, let's go to the game. To the game Andreikin Zubov, board number 3. Board number 3, in my opinion, it's no big point to follow top board, because soon I expect the game to be finished in a draw. So board number 3, Andreikin Zubov. It's a sharp Sicilian Paulsen variation. So this was the position. I recommended Black to play bishop b7. Actually, Black did it, and White played h5, and Black took a pawn. Interesting decision, and probably correct one. Queen takes c3, queen takes c3, queen takes g5 check, king b1, queen f6. Very interesting move, just to force White to close the center with e5, and queen d8 back. Okay, now we can make some conclusions. So Black took a pawn and closed the center, but G file is open, and it is very dangerous, still very dangerous position for Black. I believe rook G1 is the move here, one of the rook. I don't know which one. Maybe H1 or G1. It's hard to decide. Okay, let's try rook D to G1, and White wants to play bishop F4 and queen G3. Let's say if Black plays careless C5 after bishop F4, D4, queen G3, White is winning. White is winning attack. So the position is far to be easy. Queen D8 and rook G1, and if C5, bishop F4. White wants to play queen G3 and then H6. Okay, Black can play a prophylactic move like king G8, and if queen G3, rook G8. Just to defend G7 pawn. And well, actually for White also is not that easy to find attacking ideas. Maybe rook H4 followed by rook G4. Now all White heavy pieces are ready to attack G7 and to break the king side. Yeah, interesting in position, the spirit of Sicilians. So White sacrificed the pawn for a strong attack. Okay, let's move to the other games. In my opinion, White keeps... No, bishop H4 White played. Bishop H4, it's a more direct move. Okay. Also interesting, still the idea is to play queen G3, rook G1, and one day maybe bishop comes to F6. Bishop can sacrifice. Yeah, bishop H4, and if queen B6, just rook D to G1. Rook D to G1, and White keeps strong attack. Then bishop goes to F3, to f1 to d3, queen to g3, bishop to f6. Yeah, very good decision and very good move of rating leader of the tournament, Dmitry Andreikin from Russia. Bishop h4, it's a nice move, and it's actually the most logical move in the game and the position. So queen c7, attacking e5 pawn, and I believe white should play here f4. f2, f4, defending a pawn and preparing to take the g file, to play rook g1 or queen g3. Yeah, f4. Okay, it was easy to predict this move. f2, f4, and then rook g1, rook queen g3, bishop f1, bishop d3. White keeps strong compensation and strong attack. Yeah, let's move to the board number 5 once again, because Grandmaster Salem plays with Grandmaster Vladimir Fedoseev on board number 5, and here he has to decide to play f4 or not to play. On move 18, this is the most important, the key moment of the game. After move bishop h6, to play or not to play f4. Well, now, well. No, white didn't play f4. White didn't play f4. Or white did. Okay. Let's try to understand. Maybe white play f4 and black played rook g7. Rook g7, f5, castle long, knight c2. Well, I'm not sure about the move order. Rook h8, bishop takes f7, rook takes f7, and pawn takes e6. It's a piece sacrifice. It's a piece sacrifice, and well, actually, it's not a piece sacrifice, because white will take back the knight. After rook takes f1, black cannot keep the knight. On knight f8, white can play rook takes f8 at least. I don't know, maybe there is something better, but rook takes f8 and white takes back material. f7, this is winning on the spot, and if rook takes f8, e7 check, king b8, white take back the rook, takes, and queen takes g5. In the final position, white is a pawn up and very good winning chances. Very good winning chances. Okay, nice move. Bishop takes f7, takes, and pawn takes e6. And I believe that Salem, Grandmaster from Emirates, Salem, he keeps very good winning chances. Very good winning chances. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's move to the other games. Yeah, f takes e6. Now here black to decide. Yeah, black should give back the piece and try to save the game. To save the game, which is my opinion not that easy. Not easy. Bishop on b7 is just a bad piece, and black's king position is open. Okay. Yeah. So just before going to a short break, let's make some conclusion of the second hour of the round. So round number 7, 4 players are leading first and second board. Grandmaster Predke on the first board plays with Grandmaster Adhiban. In my opinion, the games slowly but will end to a draw. Board number 2, only on board number 2, Kuzubov plays Dragoon. Only 13 moves played. In my opinion, well, the position is very unclear with mutual chances. with mutual chances, and one of these players can take the lead, in my opinion. Board number 3, Andrei can sacrifice the pawn against Zubov Alexander from Ukraine. In my opinion, he keep very good compensation and very good attacking chances, so I will bet on white on this game. Board number 4, Bortnik Alexander plays with Van Hao. The game is also interesting. Chances are equal, in my opinion. Board number 5, you can follow the game on your screen. Grandmaster Salem sacrificed a piece. Of course, he'll take back and keeps better chances. In my opinion, white chances are clearly better. Good winning chances for Salem today. Board number 7, Amin Bassem, he plays with Sengupta. White is slightly better, but white should improve if black's move d6, d5 was a real mistake or not. Well, maybe white can do something, can find something. Board number 7, Demchenko plays with Abhijit Gupta from India. In my opinion, white is slightly better. After b5, white played g takes f5, and now white keeps better chances. White keeps better chances. And board number 9, first draw in leading group, Sajikovsky, Efimenko, and board number 10, Meti Haran, Andreasan. The position is equal. I believe that soon we'll have a draw. So don't go so far. We are going just for a short break. Round 7 of Abu Dhabi Chess Tournament. Stay with us. Festival Master Group, Master Tournament. And today on board one we have Grandmaster Alexander Predke. He plays with Bashkaran Adhiban from India, and on board number 2 Kuzubov Dragun plays Kuzubov Yuri plays with Dragun Kamil from Poland. So these are 4 leaders tying for a first place with 5 points from 6 games. So on board number 1, well, a little bit strange thing happened. After playing rook takes d4, I expected here white to play rook d2 with an immediately draw, and white played rook d7. In my opinion, this move is it's very big. Well, if I'm not mistaken, but after rook a2, probably white missed this move, and on rook takes d6, rook b8, black doubles the rooks on the second rank and creates, in my opinion, very dangerous threats. Okay, probably white can defend by playing king h1 and rook g1. Yeah, maybe actually still black can hold this position, but I don't know. Rook e2, d4, rook takes e3, takes on e5, rook takes e4. Soon black will win e5 pawn, and one more 3 against 2 pawns, rook endgame. Just to remind you, in round 4, Grandmaster Adhiban, he won already this kind of endgame against Grandmaster Zubov. Could he repeat one more time this? Well, I don't believe, honestly, but okay. Things can happen, can repeat, especially for all 4 rooks are on the board. So with 2 rooks will be an easy task for white, and with 4 rooks not that easy. Yeah, well, this is rook d7, just a very, well, I can't say it's a very big mistake. Yeah. Okay, they are following my moves. Okay, rook takes e4, and white should give this pawn on e5. Now white cannot keep this pawn, and actually white is down 1 minute only, 1:41 on clock. Wow. And the end game is okay. Rook d5, white with a precise probably defense. White should make a draw, but still why? The question is why white should do this instead of making a draw very easily. Now it's not that simple. Okay, black can play h5, h4. Okay, h5 at once is not possible because of move e6, and white changed pawns. Maybe rook f2. Rook f2 is the move here. Then black can play g5 or g6, king g7, and slowly king g6, king h5, or rook f5, take the pawn on e5 and play 2 against 3. Of course, the position is drawn, but still with 1 minute on the clock, 1:41 and plus 36. Okay, not an easy task. Not an easy task for g5 at once. Okay, black wants to play king g7, king g6. Maybe one day even g4. Well, maybe g4 just not. Well, okay, white should play here h3. h3, definitely h3 is the move. Not let, h3 is the move. Okay, okay, this is correct, and I expect that black should continue this game, should continue to play for a win with the move rook f2, followed by king g7, king g6, even king h5, king h4. Why not? Why not to try to bring the king into play? Or maybe king f8, king g7, king g6. This is the other options, and white keeps, well, in my opinion, some winning chances, some practical winning chances, of course, because the position is The position is theoretically drawn. Okay, let's go to the board number 2. Board number 2, Grandmaster Kuzubov plays with Grandmaster Dragon Camille, 2 more leaders, and the position is very sharp. Yeah, actually this happened in the game. The knight g5, knight d4, knight d1. Castle white played, in my opinion, not the best move, knight e4. So a4 was my recommendation to start immediately a queenside attack against black king. So white played knight e4, bishop f8, and here one more move which I don't like at all. H takes g6. H takes g6 after bishop g6. Just let black to come with f7, f7, f5 idea. Well, very poor play of Grandmaster Kuzubov. I don't know, in my opinion. And he played here a4. Okay. The move that black played f5. Black played f5, or maybe black played, no, maybe black played knight d5, white played a5, knight b4, and now after knight b4, king f1, f5, knight d2. Well, it was different move order. One more time, I want to remind you, we have a 15 minutes delay of the moves, so position you see on the screen is not exactly the position on the chessboard on a live transmission on chess24.com. So king f1 is the white last move, and well, clearly that black improved a lot the position with the last moves. I don't know, maybe black can start immediately to play maybe e4. I don't know. And if d takes e4, can black use this pin on d file or not? Maybe not. Okay, let's try. Knight d to c2, rook. White should move rook, but where to move? Okay, to a4. And now maybe just bishop g7. Bishop g7 with bishop takes c3 idea. I don't know. In my opinion, it's more than enough compensation for the pawn. Whoa, yeah, really poor play for white. So the position is, I don't know. Okay, the position is still not winning for black, but definitely very good chances. So e4, d takes e4, knight c2, rook a4, and bishop g7. This is my opinion. This is my option. I believe that black is strong initiative, very strong initiative, and good winning chances. Yeah. So Grandmaster Dragon Camille, he had a very good chance to take the lead after 7 rounds. Okay, let's move to the board number 3. Andrei and Dmitry plays with Zubov Alexander from Russia. Interesting variation, nice pawn sacrifice, and white is still attacking. Knight h, king after move f4. Black played king h8. Black played king h8. Black played king h8. So the position changed a lot. Yeah, so one more time, bishop h4, queen c4, king h8, and the position changed a lot. What is the white bishop? What is white bishop? Good, very good question. And the answer, I don't know. Okay, let's try. King h8, king h8, king h8, and maybe white played. What did white do? Oh yeah. h6, bishop g6, and bishop takes d5. Is it possible or not? Yeah, nice move, fantastic move, fantastic resource found by Dmitry Andreikin. Bishop takes d5, a bishop sacrifice. And if black takes the bishop, after d takes e5, e6 check, and this attack is successful. White is winning. Yeah, nice move. Yeah, I think that black missed this move. Black missed this move, and after c5, bishop takes b7, queen takes b7, one more breaking. f5, f4, f5, yeah. Yeah, I believe that white side attack is successful. It's very strong and hard to believe black can escape from this position. Yeah, so there are many threats. Taking on g6 and then rook f1, sometimes rook takes d7. White can think about bringing the queen to f6. I don't know. And also the material is equal. The material is equal. Well, white attack is very strong, and honestly speaking, I see any defenses. Okay, rook b8. Rook b8 was played by Grandmaster Alexander Zubov, and white here can play a move like a rook f1, increasing the pressure. And well, I don't know. Maybe white can play something more concrete, like taking on g5, taking on g6, probably pawn f takes, because on if h pawn takes, I believe after rook takes this, no, rook takes d7, rook takes d7 is not working. Okay, rook f1, just a simple move. Pawn f7 is under attack, so f takes g6, rook g1, and black is hopeless in my opinion. Rook f7 is a strong threat. Well, just attack, just a strong attack for nothing, no compensation. Yeah, so Grandmaster Andrei Dmitry is close to win this game. It's very close to win this game. Okay, let's move to the game number 4. Game number 4, Alexander Bortnik plays with Van Hau. So, yeah, rook g1, rook g1. Okay. Rook g1, yeah, because black cannot take on f5, so one more minute back. Yeah, sorry. Let's go back to the game of Andrei Dmitry. So white played after rook b8, after f5, rook b8, rook g1. Rook g1, actually, it's a nice move. What happened? What happened in board number 4? Black won. Black won. How? How this is possible? Just couple of minutes, it was a completely equal position. Completely equal position. What happened? On knight, rook f8, b4, white played. b4, knight f8, and what happened? I don't know. Okay, first of all, b4, it's a little bit strange move. It's a little bit strange move. After queen h5, rook e8, b4. Well, completely unexpected move. Okay, even I don't understand the idea behind of this move. If I take this pawn, okay, what was white idea? Taking knight d4. I don't. Oh yeah. Taking the idea was to play d4, and if knight f8 to play d5. Yeah, maybe this was the idea. This was the idea, and white and black on b4. Black played knight f8, and what happened? Well, we have 15 minutes delay, so we should wait for the moves to come. Okay, so the fact is that Grandmaster Van Hau, he won very surprisingly his game with Alexander Bortnik, and now he is 5.5 points from 7 games. So back to the leaders, back to the leader group after let's say poor beginning, poor start of this tournament. Now Van Hau is back to fight for the main prizes of the tournament. Okay, I think that I will come back to this game, and now, yeah, this is the position from from Andreikin Zubov. But I want to go to the game Salem Fedoseev. It was a very sharp and interesting position. Yeah. After rook takes f1, black played bishop c6. Nice defensive resource, and white I believe played rook f7 here. Rook f7. Black played knight f8. If I'm not mistaken, this is the current position. And now white to move. Okay. So what about the move e7? Knight d7 back. Okay, otherwise just white takes a piece back and white is a pawn up. Okay, knight d7, and what to do now? Maybe queen e6. Is the move. Now e8 is a threat, and how to, and actually it's easy. Rook e8 and queen takes h6, and white take a piece back, and white is winning. So on e7, black is forced to give back a piece. By playing king b8, taking on f8, rook f8, bishop f8, and queen takes g5. The end game, I just mentioned it before going to the break. White is a clear pawn up, and of course very big winning chances. It's always e6, e5, e6 idea to open the bishop and to create threats against black king, and also white pawn can march to e7. Yeah, so very good winning chances for Grandmaster Salem. So please, so ladies and gentlemen, the game Salem Fedoseev just finished, and we have in our studio the winner of the game, the Grandmaster Salem. Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
One more nice game.
My opponent surprised me again. He doesn't play this line with black, so I was actually not expecting this at all. The anti-Moscow system. So I played like usual. Just here I usually played knight d2, and I played a few games against Lei Kwang, against Ponomario and Botkin. I have actually good results, but all those games I think are on database, and it was I don't know what he wants after knight d2, but I'm sure if he played for the first time this line, and I have few games that he prepared something.
Yeah, it was actually a very practical decision to avoid home preparation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So no
but
need to check
yes,
his analysis.
But the problem that what I went for is very risky, and I did not analyze this. I just saw that Morozovich played this interesting idea. Very little games played, and the idea is very simply bishop h5 and f4. During the game, I was not sure if he plays, for example, bishop g7, because already I'm out of knowledge. I just have the general idea. Here, I was not sure to start with f4 or bishop h5.
Maybe f4, and if castle short f5. Just
exactly.
But
the problem that he takes.
He takes immediately.
Yes, and now a question with what to take. For example, if rook takes, then just short castle, I was thinking.
And next f6 or f5?
F6. I think f5 in general is not good because white will not take. And then black will not have counterplay.
Yeah.
But f6 is a serious threat, and I was not sure what to do actually here. Also with bishop f4, same, just castle. I thought if queen d2, for example, which looks like natural to attack h6, and then black ignores with f6.
Yeah.
Okay, very sharp position. I don't know what's going on, but it was not, because this looks good for black. And I would have to find something over the board if he would play bishop g7. He played queen b6, also very natural to make a long castle, and bishop h5 to stop the long castle. Here again he played bishop g7. and which I think was okay. I was also expecting this move with similar ideas of castle and f6, h4.
Yeah, h5 was a surprising move.
Yes, because now he removed the queen from d8, so f4 is. I was worried of just take.
Take and knight takes e5.
Yes, and knight takes e5 and using this pen.
No more than check, one check on f7.
Yes, it's nothing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And if I play king h1, it's too slow, so I had to play actually h4, I think. h4, and here he played rook g8. I think this is not good move. What to play is not easy question.
Well, maybe just rook f8. But on rook f8 you take a knight f3 maybe.
Yes, or knight f3 immediately.
Or knight
not
f3.
To give him bishop h6.
Oh yeah. Yeah, knight f3 and castle long maybe.
Yes,
I
he
thought
didn't know how to protect g5. That's why he played rook g8. Of course, it's a logical move, but it looks to me like a bad move.
Well, in my opinion, rook f8, okay, knight f3, castle long, take on g5, king b8, something maybe like this. At least king is safe. So
yeah, not clear if I have to take first or not. Okay.
Castle take and king b8, or maybe other move, I don't know.
Yeah, but the problem is with black position here that it's not easy to move. Why do we play, for example, rook e1, queen d2, and black pieces are,
yeah,
just
stuck,
not moving,
stuck.
not
Yeah,
stuck. This was actually the idea of knight d5, which looks very strange move. By the way, just that in those positions with a pawn on c6, black always has knight c3 and c5 to open up the position, or c5 immediately. So it looks like knight d5, very bad move, pawn up and corrected the structure.
Yeah,
exactly, but the point is you are playing against this black bishop and you have a clear idea of kingside attack.
Yeah, interesting strategical idea actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was invented by Morozevich. So rook g8, and here I started to think for very long. First, my intention was to make fork. I was thinking, take, this is what I played, right? Take.
Yeah.
And here I was calculating, of course, bishop f7.
Yeah.
But of course it's a bad move. I mean, take, queen h5. No, my idea was, for example, if king f8, then f4, and if king here, then take, and for example, king, I don't know, e8 or f8, then bishop h4. And then it's not easy. But black can play here, king f8 immediately. I think.
Yeah, just a little bit up to make the game possible to see. Yeah, like this. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and then f4, it's not working. I guess there's something here.
why actually? Queen takes d4,
Queen takes.
bishop f2.
Yeah, I mean, I simply didn't believe in this. There was, maybe just.
Queen e4, yeah, but still, well.
I mean, I thought if take on f4, then just bishop d4, for example. But too much material also. I don't like to give my pieces for queen.
Yeah.
But maybe it was
Especially
interesting.
good pieces.
Yes.
Bishop on h5. Yeah.
Yes, and I am with the force play. I'm solving his problems that he cannot move. It will be easier for him. It's much more difficult if I'm just improving my position, and then he doesn't know what to do. But okay, here I played queen g4. And here I was expecting actually bishop f8 instead of bishop h6.
Bishop f8, yeah?
Yes.
The idea being rook g7 probably.
Idea is rook g7, yes. If I played some move, here I was calculating for long f4 move, which I'm not sure if it's working actually. Queen d4, bishop f2, queen f4.
Queen takes e6?
Queen takes e6.
No, it's not over.
King d8.
Just king d8.
King d8.
No, hard to believe black can survive. Bishop g4. No, bishop g4, knight e5.
No, I have to take
sorry,
on
queen.
f7 now.
Yeah, sorry.
I have to take on
Yeah.
f7, and then rook g7, bishop b6, winning queen. Take y pawn, take the queen, take. And I couldn't evaluate this, but actually I don't think black has. I mean, king is safe. Maybe materially black is down, but I was not sure actually here.
Yeah,
Maybe
king
computer
c7,
is
bishop
happy, but
c5.
King c7, bishop c5,
Rook-
other
the
rook will go there, d4.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
it's materialistic and I don't like it actually. So, which looks actually that by force white can get this.
After f4, yeah?
Yeah. but I didn't like it. So here I was not sure what to do. I don't like f4. So, and the problem if I play, for example, knight f3, bishop e7. Here I have some moves like bishop h4 or bishop f4.
Nice.
But
Nice trick.
there is a long castle here, I think.
And if bishop takes f7?
And then rook f8.
Rook
And
f8.
unfortunately, this rook on d8 is protected, so I cannot take knight g5 and queen g5, queen d8 maybe.
Yeah.
So black is okay here because they can make long castle after bishop f4 or bishop h4. So here it was not clear to me what to do.
Maybe knight c2, same. I mean,
Knight c2. There is another idea, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Bishop f8. Okay, bishop f8. There was always... I'm sorry, it was a move ago.
Yeah.
Here I had ideas with a4 to include. This is interesting. The point of a4 is... if I play a5, then this pawn on d4 is not attacked, and I can always push. There is no this pin.
Yeah.
And there's another idea, hidden idea, like bishop f7, queen h5, and rook is coming from a3 always.
Ah, nice. Nice attacking idea.
But
yeah.
I thought that maybe black can take, and I was not sure here how to exactly make it work. Like rook a3, black at some point will play long castle and will give the pawns. And already there is a play on queen side. It's not like black doesn't have a play. So this a4 is interesting in general, to keep in mind, a4, rook a3. But okay, after queen g4, bishop f8, I think I was planning here maybe something like...
Knight c2, rook g7. Yeah,
rook g7 is the problem
and
here.
black is just in time to make castle. Black
Yeah,
is
rook g7 is a threat.
and what about here? Knight takes, bishop takes f7, king f7, check, and f4 or f4.
But
No.
then king d8, king c7.
Yeah, king. No, it's not enough. Yeah.
So this was, I think, absolutely the critical moment of the game. I think bishop f8 was the right way to play. And here, what I wanted to play here, I had knight c2, rook d1, both ideas in mind to protect d4, but rook g7 is coming next. Of course, this rook g7 it's not like finishing everything, but it's a good defense and then long castle. So this was not clear.
Probably f4. Probably.
Maybe f4, yeah. But after bishop h6, I played f4 because bishop is hanging always on h6.
Yeah.
For example, I was even calculating queen d4, bishop f2. Okay, taking on f4 is now lost, so you take on b2. I was even thinking just to give the rook, king d8. Okay, just take here. I thought that there is enough. I mean, just knight f3, bishop f7, e6.
Bishop
It's just
f7.
completely winning. Of course, black is maybe a rook and one pawn up or something, but it's lost.
Yeah.
What else here? I thought that long castle is the only move actually.
What about the move rook g7?
Rook g7, there's
f5. F5 castle long now.
It will be transpose.
Ah, transposed. Yeah, bishop
But maybe
takes
after
f7,
rook
yeah.
g7, I have extra option take on g5.
Oh yeah. Bishop g5 and now okay.
Or bishop f7, take on f7. No, then d4 is hanging. Okay. No, maybe just take on g5. Okay, then
Just f5 and transposing. too.
transposing. Maybe not rook g7, maybe rook f8. But here, I don't like black position already. So I think bishop h6 was the crucial mistake. Here, okay, I was thinking rook f8. I don't know which one. For example, rook this one or
Yeah.
that. I don't know. This
Okay,
one maybe.
let's try this one because it looks more natural. I
Okay,
don't know.
here it was not so clear to me. Should I play f6 or should I keep the tension?
Maybe knight c2. Just.
Yeah, knight c2 looks to
Yeah,
me
just-
like natural.
Yes, why not? I mean,
Knight c2. Okay, maybe what black should do is a5, b4, something like this.
but is it bishop takes f7 a threat now, or not?
Similar to the game. Maybe
I don't know.
Somewhere it could be a threat. And the problem with black king, if you play, for example, to get out of this threat like king b8,
King
there is
b8,
always
yeah.
some ideas with rook f6 you should keep in mind. But here maybe it's not so dangerous. No, take rook f6.
Yeah.
Okay, here it's not. With rook on g7 it was dangerous, yeah. Maybe rook f8. But here it should be bad position already. So rook g7.
Bishop takes f7.
No, knight c2 first.
Sorry, knight c2. Yeah.
Knight c2.
And rook h8. Yeah.
Yeah, here okay. But I don't see how to stop bishop f7 actually.
What about king b8 move?
King b8 there was a nice trick. I thought the take. queen takes, the rook f6 is winning.
Wow.
I think so. I think maybe
Yeah.
rook f6 is winning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's beautiful because if you
Yeah.
take on g4, I take, and next move e6, and bishop is hanging if you protect it.
Actually, but how to protect it?
I mean, rook h7, for example,
Rook
then
h7.
e6, yeah, I'll take. So, and if you take by pawn, anyway, rook f6 is coming in, I think.
F6, yeah. Now
And just,
e6 is hanging, bishop e6 is hanging. Then
yeah. Okay, it should be also not good.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe there is some other options, but okay. He played rook h8. Okay, he also started to get low on time, and position is really difficult to play. I mean,
Yeah.
objectively, I think it's just a bad position. Bishop f7, take, 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 take. Bishop c6. And here I have many options. I don't know, knight e3, knight b4. Just the option that I don't want to consider is take on d7.
Yeah, after that, well, maybe black can get some.
Yes, no, still I can move the queen to, not to f3, anywhere else with the idea of rook f6. But okay, rook f7 looked to me like good. I mean, it's easy to calculate. This knight f8 was the final blunder. I think knight b8 should be played. And here my idea was knight e3, knight f5, and knight d6.
Well,
But he should go like king a, knight a6, knight f5, maybe, I don't know. King b8 or something. Okay, but instead also of knight f5, I can somehow attack this bishop. Also, for example, here there are many ideas like queen f5, queen f6. Also, okay, it should be not good, but I need to be precise. Here it was easy. After knight f8, e7, king b8. Yeah, here he had different options. Instead of king b8, there is a move knight d7, which looks natural, but then rook h7 wins.
yeah, nice.
Don't know why computer doesn't like this. No, white is winning anyway, I don't know. Just
I don't know. It's possible to play. Okay.
No, it's completely winning. It's just it's confusing this stuff. Okay, so here it's completely lost. He played king b8 because of knight d7. He doesn't. He missed my move. I think rook f6 here. It was a killer. Idea is e8, take on b6, or take on f6, or knight b4. So many ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, nice move.
Nice move. And okay, he played knight d7. Here I almost played. I think okay, bad move, but it's still winning. I was thinking that e6 and rook h6 they are exactly same.
Yeah.
But actually after e6 there is a move knight e5, and then e8 is protected.
Oh.
So I cannot take on h6 next.
Uh-huh.
So this was the last precise move, and okay, he resigned here.
Yeah, nice game. One more nice attacking game.
Yeah, thank you.
Only one question I have. A question for today. You are a very strong blitz player, and you missed yesterday blitz tournament.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I wanted to have some rest actually because I played enough games. I mean, blitz games I'm playing all the time before tournament.
Yeah, I know.
Tournament, so I played enough blitz in the last period, and I played a lot of tournaments in a row. So I decided maybe to have rest, and also sometimes it's nice to watch from outside. Then you feel like very strong, you know, like, because people when they are playing, when you usually play, and you can blunder a lot of things. From outside, you can easily spot the mistakes, and you feel like very strong. So it was good strategy, you know, to get some confidence also.
Okay, so 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds, probably the most important for you. You are now one of the leader, probably, of the tournament. So I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
And we are waiting for you for with new, very good games.
Okay, I hope so. I'm also waiting for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
Okay, back to our live coverage. Very nice win of Grandmaster Salem. He beat Grandmaster Fedoseev from Russia. Nice game, nice idea, 91, and everything goes well. Yeah, one more result. Bortnik on board 4 lost with 1 how. Just I wanted to show you what happened in this game. After b4, knight f8, white took on c5, queen a5, d4 looks absolutely playable position. E takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop f4. Wow, it's just a blunder, Knight takes c2, knight takes c2, queen a4, and double attack, and white lose a piece. Yeah, strange game. Okay, strange game for Bortnik Alexander. Now Van Houwe is one of the leader with also Salem. He beat Fedoseev. So board number 9, board number 10, 2 more draws, and now yeah, Predkat Hiban draw. I mean, black tried to beat, but didn't achieve anything from it. So now board number 2 are deciding who will take the lead. Okay, the game is very sharp. The game is very sharp. So yeah, this was the position. This was the position after king f1 and a6. Wow. To me, this is slow move, and white lost. Well, I don't know. Still, I'm not using computer assistance. I don't know. But in my opinion, white lost, black lost a tempo. Black lost the tempo, and now, I don't know. Black lost the tempo and somehow give white the chance to consolidate the position. So a6, knight c4. Now e4 is not that dangerous. White can play knight e5 always, queen e6, bishop g5. All white pieces are coming with tempo. Bishop e7, bishop takes e7, queen e7, and the position is already unclear. Rook c1, okay. One more Sicilian move, typical king b8. Black also plays king b8, queen a4, and e4. E4. Black decided that now it's time to break. Now time to break the center. Okay, still the game is unclear. I believe that the position is better for black. This is the board. This is the board between two Ukrainians. Two Ukrainians are playing on the board number 6. Board number 6. Reshenko white pieces plays with Alexienko black. Actually, from a very, very slow and calmly play, black sacrificed an exchange. Nice idea. So after rook e4, queen d5, bishop h6, bishop takes c5. Bishop takes c5. Well, a very strong exchange sacrifice in my opinion. Bishop takes f8, rook f8, rook e2, bishop g7. Bishop's pair and pawn should be enough compensation for the exchange. Knight e4, c4, d takes c4, queen takes c4, knight g3, b4. Now b2 pawn is a weakness. Queen c4, queen c5. Still, I believe black is slightly better. Rook a4, b3, c3, bishop d5, queen b3. But still, the game is not decided yet. Takes, rook b8, and knight e2, e5, c4, bishop e6, knight c1. White just wants to take the pawn. No, I believe now white is better. After e4, let's say rook takes b3. Okay, black cannot change the rooks because he easily lose this game. So rook d8 is the move, and threatening rook d1. And if rook d2, if knight d2, rook d1 check, king h2, rook d2, and the position is unclear. So maybe on move e4, white should take knight takes b3. Yeah, knight takes b3, exactly. Exactly this move happened in the game. Knight takes b3, and there is some conversation between players. There's some conversation. They agree to a draw, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is... oh yeah, it was a repetition of the moves. After knight b3, bishop h6, rook c3, bishop g7, rook c3, and bishop h6. It's just a repetition of the moves, and the game is draw. Yeah, okay, nice fighting draw. Interesting exchange sacrifice and interesting fight. So the game finished in a draw. Okay, and board number three, in my opinion, board number 3, Andrejken is still attacking black's position. So after rook g1, knight b6, bishop f6 check, king g8, take on g6, queen d3, knight d5. Well, I don't know. b3. So rook takes g6 is not winning. No, it's not winning. Takes on g6, queen g6 check, king f8, and king is escaping. Well, hard to believe. It's really hard to believe that black can escape from here. But actually maybe, because now b2 pawn is mate in 1, so white miss a decisive tempo by playing h6, h7 or rook f1. So yeah, nice, precise calculation for Grandmaster Zubov. So knight d5, white should lose a tempo with the move b3, and black played knight takes f6, pawn takes f6, and I believe black played queen f7. Yeah. Well, queen f7 and white played on queen f7. Okay. What white did? Queen f7, black's pawn is on e3, on e4, and rook on e3. Okay, let's try to guess. And it's just guessing. Okay, rook e1, c5, e5, queen d7. No, this is not a, sorry. Queen d7, e4, or no, it was maybe this move order. Rook e3, e4, queen d7, and rook c8. Well, actually no, sorry, rook is on a8, rook is on a8, rook is on a8, so e5, rook, queen f7, rook e1, black played e5, white played rook e3, black played rook a8, white played queen d6, e4, queen d7. I don't know if this was the move order, but this is the current position with black to play. At black to play, the last move is queen d7. Okay. So Andrejken, yeah, people are waiting for moves. Queen d7. Actually, I don't believe the white is so. I mean, white is still better, but it's definitely not easy winning. Easy winning. Okay, queen d7. This is the current position. So what to play for black? Okay, let's try. If rook f8, just rook takes e4 move. Rook takes e4, queen takes d7, rook takes d7, and rook f7. To me, this is only move. Otherwise, after rook takes f6, rook e7, doubling the rooks on the 7th rank should be decisive. Soon pawn h7 fall, and too many weaknesses so on rook f7, on rook d7, rook f7 is the only move, and rook e7, and now rook takes e7, pawn takes e7. Now no, the position is okay. So black, after rook a7, black played a5, and white played, I don't know, is a4. Yeah, a4 and rook a6. This is the current position. After move rook a6. After move a6. Okay, both players are short on time. And here white to decide. Well, in my opinion, white lost a part of his advantage, but still white is better. Queen takes f7. This is of course not the move. King f7, rook d7 check. King f6, rook takes h7, g5. I believe black keeps here very good chances to make a draw. So instead of queen takes after rook a6, queen takes d7. Well, maybe just white can improve his position, but maybe queen b5. I don't know. Queen b5, and if rook takes f6, queen takes c5. Queen takes c5. Still, the position is, the position is better for white, but the game is very sharp. The game is very sharp. No, this is not the current position. Pawn a6 is lost. Pawn a6 is lost. Okay. Now this is the problem of 15 minutes delay. So the position is different. White took a pawn. Queen takes a6. I don't know exactly. Yeah, queen b5 was played, but the difference is the pawn on a5. No more pawn on e5. So this, rook a8, queen d6. Okay. Okay, let's move to the other games. Board number 7, just to check. Amin Bassem plays with Deep Sen Gupta. Board number 7. Yeah, in my opinion, white should be winning. White should be winning here, and in the game of Andreikin. And back to the game, Amin Sengupta. Well, white is slightly better on this endgame, but I believe not enough to win the endgame. So most probably it's draw. Demchenko, yeah, Demchenko with Gupta. A very sharp play from French defense. Now we are still on board on the game. Andreikin Zubov. Both players are short on time. And the last Andreikin's move, rook takes e4. Nice tactical shot. Nice tactical move. So black cannot take the rook. If rook takes e4, rook d8 check. And black is forced to give a queen. Queen f8, white just take on f8, queen takes c5, and queen and two pawns against two rooks, and should be easy win. Should be easy win with 3 connected white passed pawns. So I don't know. Rook takes c4, nice tactical move, nice tactical idea. Yeah. So Andreikin is winning. A nice game for Russian, and he's back for main prizes. Okay, let's go to the game, to the board number 8. Anton Demchenko plays with Abhijit Gupta from India. So bishop f2 takes, queen d3. White is better because of bishop's pair, and pawn on d5 is a weakness. Rook c2, knight c4, bishop takes d5. Nice tactic winning the pawn. Oh no, it's actually not winning the pawn, but white keeps 2 passed central pawns. So white is winning. White is very big advantage. Queen a6, yeah, rook takes c6, rook takes c6, and well, taking back the piece is just should be winning for white. Let's say bishop takes c6, knight takes f2. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So Grandmaster Andreikin, he won the game. He beat Alexander Zubov from Ukraine. Nice game for Russian top player. Dmitry Andreikin, he won a nice game. And congratulations. Yeah, this is the game. This is the position on Demchenko Gupta, and rook takes c6. Yeah. Okay. So white is White is a piece up and absolutely winning endgame. I don't know. So honestly speaking, Gupta should resign, so not he shouldn't continue this game actually. White is completely winning. I don't know. So even White is only 30 seconds on time. This time control didn't give any chances for defending side. Okay, giving one more piece. Actually, it's not giving one more piece. Knight takes g5, queen c1 at least, taking back the piece. But any move here, d5. Well, I don't know why Gupta is continuing to play this game. It's just, in my opinion, he should resign. He should resign. Okay, one more nice win for Demchenko Anton, and he's back for fighting for main prizes in the tournament. Yeah. So Gupta is well, just I don't know. Okay, actually he saved the game against Sadikovsky, against Bortnik. Completely lost endgame. He made a draw, but here definitely is not the case. Definitely is not the case. Even a beginner player can win this game. I don't know. Probably even my daughter, my 7 years old daughter, should win this game against the world champion. Okay, nothing to add. Yeah, let's go to the board number 2. The winner of this game of board number 2 takes the lead in the tournament. So Yuri Kuzubov plays Dragun Kamil, a very sharp game, and in board number 2, if possible, to see what's going on. So D takes, E takes, E4, King G1, Knight D5, Rook E1. Board number 2 finished. Board number 2 finished, yeah. It means 15 minutes delay, and we have results. Well, okay, board number 2 finished, but I don't know yet the result. Okay, so from leaders group, from the main 10 boards, all the games are finished. Actually, except the game board number 7, Amin Bassem. He is still playing with Sengupta Deep. Well, actually, White got slightly better. White got some chances. White got some winning chances because of better pawn structure and probably better king. Better king, and White got some chances. Okay, no comments on Gupta's game, Demchenko Gupta. I don't know. It's a shame to continue this game on grandmaster's level with a piece down and an absolutely lost position. So I don't know. Okay, this is not the current position. The game is different. The game is, of course, different. Okay, let's move. Yeah, this is the position. Now, to my very big surprise, Black is continuing. Black is continuing this game. Okay, what's wrong with the move d5? Okay, what's wrong with taking the pawn? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, no comments. Gupta wants to get mated. Okay, queen a3 back, queen g4, king f1. I don't know. I don't want to comment this game. So please, okay, let's go to the different game. Any game, but not this one. Okay, let's move to the board. Yeah. Okay, this is better. This is board number, if I'm not mistaken, this is board number 10. This is board number 16. This is board number 16. And this is board number 16. Savchenko Boris, Grandmaster from Russia, plays with Grandmaster Georgescu Tiberiu from Romania, my former teammate from Romania, from Apanova Chess Club. We played more than five years together for this club. And okay, and now, yeah, this is the current position. Okay, the position is sharp. White pawn is on f7, but black heavy pieces are controlling the second rank. Well, actually, queen e8 is a threat. But what about the move knight f8 here? Knight f8, and white cannot play queen e8 because rook g2 and black mates. Black simply mates, so the position is unclear. Knight f8. Come on, Tiberio. This is the only move. No, rook g2 is not the move. Nothing to do with the rook on g2. King f8, and now knight f8. Now knight f8. Still black is in the game. Black is in the game with the only move knight f8. Knight f8. No. Well, actually, this is possible too. This is possible too. This is possible. Yeah. It was the game. Yeah, white won. Okay. No surprise. No surprise. No comments. White won, and the game Demchenko Gupta. The only thing I can comment, and it was a very late resignation for Indian. Okay, yeah, h6. Now white should play rook e1 in my opinion. No, queen e8 check. What is the combination here? King, knight f8. I didn't get the idea. Okay, this is just resign. King h7. Yeah, beautiful combination. Queen g8 check, king g6, and knight f8 knight. White should promote the pawn to the knight, and it's made in couple of moves. And it's made of couple. Queen g1, queen g8. Yeah, absolutely correct. King g6 and f8 knight, f7 f8 knight. Okay, actually, yes, knight. Two knights. Yeah. It's always nice to promote the pawn in a minor piece. Yeah, so it's made in couple of moves. Knight, king h5 is the only move, and I believe after queen f7 check, king goes to g4, queen e6 check, king f3, rook c3, mate, and Savchenko win this game. Okay, nice game. One more nice game, fighting chess. Well, actually, I was surprised by Georgescu's move h6. After instead of h6, queen f8, knight f8 move. The position is, well, at least is unclear. Yeah, black resign, and white won the game. Okay, so some more results. Kovalov Anton, he beat Narayanan from India, and Prohashka Swayam's draw. So please, board number 2. Yeah, they finished. But they finished the game, and yeah, bishop takes e4. Something happened. I think that black won the game. Okay, bishop takes e4, and maybe rook takes f2. Bishop takes g6. And maybe just a move like queen g5. Queen g5. No, actually g3 is defended, not queen g5. But what? Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just a simple move. Knight takes e2. Rook takes e2. Rook takes e2 back, and rook takes e2, and too many threats here. Queen d1 check. Actually, not easy to defend against this move. So bishop takes e4, yeah. So black won, Dragun Kamil from Poland. He is, after 7 rounds, he took the sole lead in the tournament with 6 points out of 7 games. So nice win over Grandmaster Yuri Kozubov from Ukraine, the 2014 winner of Master Tournament. Okay, so one more game of top boards. Yeah, this is the board number 7. Amin Bassem plays with Deepsen Gupta, and he is winning. He is winning. Amin Bassem win the game. Nice technique, nice endgame technique for Egyptian Grandmaster. Wow. After king takes g6 or king takes g5, both moves leads to a very easy winning. Actually, white is already 2 pawns up, 1 pawn up, and soon white will win 1 more pawn. Yeah, take one of the pawn. I mean, no matter, the position is not that concrete. Okay, nice take g5, king g6, knight c4 check, king takes a6, and king takes g6. White is winning. White is winning. Yeah, nice positional game, nice technique for Amin Bassem, and he is joining the players with only 1 step behind, half a point behind of the leader Kamil Dragun from Poland. Okay, knight c4 check. I don't know if white needs to take on c6. Okay, of course, knight takes c6 move wins immediately, also wins, but I don't know, it's not practical. Yeah, knight c4 check. Why should white sacrifice a pawn? A knight. Knight c4, king a6, king takes g6, and well, and white next moves are easy to predict. Just f4, f5, f6, f7, and so on and so on. I don't know. To my opinion, black should simply resign. No point to continue this game. Okay, nice victory, nice positional victory of Amin Bassem from Egypt. Okay, some more results, some more remaining games. In the leaders group, no games. No games. Okay. In the games of local players, Abu Dhabi Chess Club, to my big board 57, local player Ahmed Houri, he lost with black pieces to Indian Deshapande and Al-Zabi, Sultan Al-Zabi. He lost to Indian St. Hill. And one more game to continue is, yeah, this is the board number 14. Okay, let's go to board number 14. Board number 14, the game is still playing. Grandmaster Peter Prohashka from Hungary plays with Swayams Mishra from India. Grandmaster Prohashka is a very known grandmaster with hard to beat, but also sometimes he cannot win so easily a game. So this time he is better. He's slightly better in the endgame. Bishop's pair on with pawns on the 2 sides, so clear advantage for white. But still, to win this game, white should create weaknesses in black's camp, playing like g4, h4, g5, trying to create one more weakness, or maybe g6. And if black plays g6, to install the bishop on the long diagonal by bishop c3, Maybe sometimes bishop b2, queen c3, creating the threats against black's king. Yeah, so Prohashka is better. Prohashka is clearly better. Okay, that was board number 14. Board number 14. Some other games are still in progress. What are doing our ladies? Yeah, black day for for local players. Well, international master, local master Omar Noam, he lost on board 38 with Indian Sankalp group. Yeah, nice victory. Yeah, Grandmaster Amin Basem, he beat Indian Deep Sengupta. And Amin Basem, he is just a half a point behind of the sole leader Dragun Kamil from Poland. So bad results for locals. Only Grandmaster Salem, he won the game. He's one of the leader. And on board number 16, Zayed, he plays with black pieces with English player Dargan Paul. Yeah, this is board number 14. Okay, queens are off, and the Grandmaster Peter Prohashka, he's still trying to win this game. Okay, let's follow him. Board number 14. Queens are off, but I still have no moves. Okay, from the position. Yeah, white can create some winning chances. So yeah, this is not the current position. Yeah, this is the current position. Maybe white's plan here is to play bishop e1 and h4, and well, maybe white can create the second weakness, like taking on g5 and then taking twice bishop g3. Still, I don't believe white have real chances to break black's defense here. No real chances, in my opinion. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So this is our live transmission from Abu Dhabi Master Tournament, round number 7, and I think I can make some conclusions of the round. So on board number 1, it was a draw, and board number 2, Dragun Kamil, he beat Grandmaster with black pieces Yuri Kuzubov, and he is the sole leader of the tournament with 2 rounds to go, with 6 points after 7 games. With just a half point behind, there are many Grandmasters: Adhiban, Predke, Andreikin, Van Hao, Salem, and Salem. So, and also Amin Basim from India and Demchenko from Russia. And yeah, these are our leaders group. So thank you for staying with us. Tomorrow, same time, local, 5 o'clock local time. I'm Grandmaster Viorel Ordechescu from Moldova, coach of Abu Dhabi Chess Club. Thank you for staying with us, and tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.